My name is Theo Dunfey, and I'm the Executive Director of Global Citizen Circle, a non-governmental organization based on the campus of Southern New Hampshire University in the United States. Our partners include the university and another NGO, Social Change Initiative, and we share a mission to listen, learn, and take sustainable actions to create positive social change. As a graduate of the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University and Brown University, my work has always been focused on the global experience. It's an honor to speak at the third European Youth Work Convention on this topic of social change. Social change is a concept that many of us take for granted and don't really even understand. No society has ever remained the same. Change is always happening. We accept change as inevitable, and it is. End of story, right? Well, not exactly. Sociologists define social change as changes in human interactions and relationships that transform cultural and social institutions. These changes occur over time and often have profound and long-term consequences for society. Well-known examples of such change have resulted from social movements in human rights, women's rights, and LGBTQ+ rights, to name just a few. Relationships have changed, institutions have changed, and cultural norms have changed as a result of these massive social movements. What interests me, and what I hope interests you too, is our collective power to influence social change. While we accept that change is constant, we don't have to accept that we're powerless in its wake. It's the extent to which we care about the direction of social change that we can try to shape it and help to create the kind of change we wish to see in the world. As executive director of the 46-year-old nonprofit Global Citizen Circle, I think about this question every day as I work to carry forward the mission of the organization to foster constructive change in our communities, our nation, and our world. I imagine that our partner and host institution, Southern New Hampshire University, also thinks about this question on a daily basis as it seeks to transform the lives of students. And surely our Belfast, Northern Ireland-based partner, the Social Change Initiative, thinks about it as it strives to improve the effectiveness of activism for progressive social change. We, all three institutions, care and understand that we can influence social change for the better. We may exercise our power to influence change in different ways. Global Citizen Circle does it through discussion among people of diverse backgrounds and opinions. Southern New Hampshire University does it by offering affordable and innovative educational degree programs online, on campus, and now even in refugee camps in Africa. The Social Change Initiative exercises its influence by bringing together social activists with philanthropists around the world. These are lofty goals, to be sure, and they demand our constant attention and unrestricted imagination to envision a better world. You might think that's great, but wonder why you should care, why you should take time out of your busy days to take action, and more importantly, how you can even go about helping to create positive social change. I'd like to suggest that it's not that hard if we begin at the most basic level, that of relationship building. Change begins with how and when we interact with others. When we listen respectfully to others who have different opinions and life experiences than our own, we take the first step in listening. We accept that there are myriad perspectives and points of view on most issues of concern. If we truly want to be a participant in real change, we can't stop at acceptance, but we must have conversations that push and pull, that ask us to give and take. And if we're willing to do that, we can find points of agreement and come together on them. We don't have to concede those points that define our values, but find ways to work together towards positive change that reflects our shared values. It's the art of principled compromise that has the power to create a more lasting change. Global Citizen Circle has been for over 4 decades, bringing people together, diverse groups, for challenging discussions on issues ranging from conflict resolution and reconciliation to education reform and economic equality. We've seen Catholics and Protestants from Northern Ireland sit down together and discuss their shared hope for peace. We've hosted South African exiles who were once labeled terrorists in their own country and who later became leaders of that country. At our discussion circles, we've seated powerful business people next to people experiencing homelessness, activists next to academics, and young emerging leaders like yourselves next to seasoned community organizers, and we've borne witness to the change that has occurred. Was it hard? The conversation topics often were, but listening and learning from others wasn't. Change begins this way. We have to nurture civil discourse and work with intentionality to bring together people with different perspectives. Convening gatherings of people, informing young people of our virtual events, educating students in classrooms and online, and supporting activists who put themselves in the forefront of advocating for social change are how Global Citizen Circle, Southern New Hampshire University, and the Social Change Initiative use their influence and power to advance change towards a more equitable and inclusive society. Ultimately, however, it's not the programs that each of our organizations offer that create lasting change, but it's the relationships of trust and respect that do. Providing a platform where everyone's voice is equal, especially the young, galvanizes us to take action. Building those kinds of relationships, even when, no, especially when it seems impossible, is the key to cultivating constructive social change. So I'll urge you today to take the lead, start now, and stay at it. Thank you.